Well, it's July 16th. I'm down here in Slocum. We pulled honey from these colonies 3 weekends ago. Now is when I usually start to find colonies crashing, but these are actually looking pretty good. I'm kind of excited. Seeing activity, I think, in every single one. So today what I want to do is I'm going to do some mite checks on a couple of them. Probably going to end up treating them all. I'm going to use Apivar. Also going to throw some peppermints in there for hive beetle control. I've got some water mixed up here with some Dawn Ultra dishwashing detergent. I got the idea from Greg Burns. He says to use 1 to 1.5 tablespoons per gallon of water. I've got my little Easy Check test kit here. Got some peppermints for hive beetle control. We'll be putting those in each box. This particular bee yard typically has a lot of issues with hive beetles. And this is basically a 2-ounce quarter cup measuring little scoop. Here's the Apivar. This is what it looks like right here. These strips right here, and they are infused with amitraz, is the active ingredient in them. So the Apivar, you put 2 strips per brood chamber, or 1 strip per 5 frames of bees, it says. Leave them in for 42 days and then remove. They should be removed after a maximum of 56 days. So basically, I guess 6 to 8 weeks is what they're talking about here. This is a swarm we caught in Wicksburg on the 7th of April. And I know I've done at least one other video going through this a while back. They produced at least 1, if not 2 boxes of honey for us. See, we got some bees in here. Not a ton of bees up here. This is one of the boxes I got from Peppermint. Just lowered it on here after we harvested honey. Not a lot of bees up in here. They're just kind of beginning to work it. So if you look right here, these center 2 frames are loaded up. It's a 9-frame box. See there? They've actually filled these up pretty good with some nectar and a little capped honey on the top. Looks like we got 3 frames looking like that. This frame right here has a little bit of wonky comb with some drone brood in it right here, which is okay. I think they're just basically building that out, just foundationless comb in there. Yeah, you could tell this was the comb that was in here before, and they've just filled this out with some drone comb, and that's okay. I'm totally cool with that. I'm going to bust this little section right here out though, because we don't want it built that direction, we want it built the other way. Maybe they'll fix it. And this one over here, once again, we got us a wonky comb. This is some white plastic foundation, probably either Puerco or Acorn, I would guess. Not sure, but they're working on that. So they've been busy. Let's go down in this brood box and see what we have. We'll just go ahead and test for mites. I know these bees have never been treated because I caught a swarm back in April, and I've never treated them since then because we had them on there getting ready for the honey. So didn't check them for mites initially. I'll put this burr comb over in the old burr comb bucket. Haven't really been down in the brood boxes of many colonies at all, in several weeks because we were so focused on honey. I'm looking for a frame that has brood on it, which this one does. We're trying to get nurse bees for the test, for the mite check. And we have, we've got at least 2 or 3 frames or more of brood down in here. I have not done a lot of mite testing over the years. I have not been very good at that. I've not been very consistent at that. I just kind of treat everything. It's worked out okay for me, but I know it's important to do just to kind of see how effective the treatments are. I will tell you that my colonies, from what I've seen so far and the few I've been through, are overall looking much stronger this year than they did last year. Last year I would have come to a yard like this and there would have been a few dead outs just sitting around to clean up, slime outs from beetles. And honestly, in this colony I haven't seen a single hive beetle yet. We got some pretty milk brood over here, maybe a few eggs up here, some brood right here. Not the best brood pattern in the world, but it is July. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. On this frame we got a good mixture of pollen up around the edges, honey up here, the honey ring, a little nectar in here, some larvae, a little bit of brood. So I'm going to look real closely for the queen, and I'm going to try and shake a couple of these brood frames and see if I can get enough bees to do a test with. On this Real Easy Check, there are 2 lines in there. I believe the top line is for the 1/2 cup, but I'm just going to use my little measuring scoop to get myself a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to use this bucket right here, look real closely for the queen. Some people actually, and it's probably a good idea to find the queen just to make sure you don't get her in the bucket, but I got to move kind of fast today. I'm going to have a lot of colonies to go through, scanning for the queen. Did not see the queen. We have brood and larvae on this one, so that'll be a good one to probably shake. So I'm going to shake them down in this bucket right here. and do a couple frames that way. Let me look at this one. We have any brood on this one? Oh yeah, not a lot of bees. We got some brood. We probably can get a half a cup out of here. Do not see the queen. Shake them again. And this next one might have some. Looking for the queen closely. Got a little bit of brood around the bottom. There's some eggs over here. Oh yeah, we got brood on this one. Closely for the queen. Oh gosh, I gotta be careful on this one. Shake them one more time. We got plenty of bees in there now. Now, I'm also gonna look in here very closely for the queen. When you do this, the bees will spread out. So she'll be pretty easy to see if she's in there. I don't see her. See there? It's pretty cool. Got stung on my knee. That was awesome. I got my scoop right here. We need 2 of those. Bump the bees down. Go 1. Look at it briefly. 2. I'm just going to get a few extras. That first scoop wasn't quite enough. I'm going to swirl them. That's about the right amount. I'm going to put them in here. And I'm going to shake them here for about a minute. And we'll see what we come up with. I fully anticipate there will be some mites in here because this has never been treated. But we're going to see. Okay, going to swirl it some. And shake it some. We're going to go about a minute here. Greg Burns really believes in the Dawn Ultra dishwashing detergent method. A lot of people use the alcohol wash. Not seeing a single dang mite in there. That's awesome. Wouldn't it be cool if these were really super hygienic bees? Let's look and see what we got. Y'all, I don't see a single mite in there, do y'all? How about that? I shook and swirled and swirled. And I think these are some really clean bees. So I need to go to another hive and check them and see what we got. Really, if we have any of these colonies out here with mites in them, I'll probably just treat them all. But so far, this colony right here looks pretty dang good. I'm impressed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the peppermints in here. But I'm not going to put the Apivar in here yet, unless we feel like we really need it. Put a peppermint in each corner. But when you catch swarms, you never know exactly what you're going to get. But it looks like these bees right here are going to be some really good bees. They built up, gave me 1 to 2 supers of honey, and I haven't seen a single beetle in there yet, and we scored a 0 on our mite check. How about that? Let's go on this one. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful thing to see. You open up a colony and there's bees all in there. Look at that lid, isn't that impressive? Just gotta love it. Don't see the queen on there. A lot of these colonies will have just a frame or 2 of brood in the top and quite a bit of brood in the bottom. And so if that's the case, I'll usually put 2 Apivar strips in the bottom, 1 in the top. Mostly nectar, honey, pollen. Don't see, maybe a little tiny bit of larvae right through there, but yeah, that's mostly a food frame. I'm gonna go in the middle. Typically they build it in the middle, so I don't have to go through all the frames in here. All right, let's see. That's got a little drone brood. I'm not really that worried about that. Yeah, see, I didn't build that side out very good. There's a little brood right here. So I may or may not, if I need to use Apivar, I may or may not put some in the top box. Although, next frame over, we got a lot of brood. So if the pattern that I usually see holds true, I'll probably put 2 Apivar strips in the bottom, 1 in the top. With that brood right there, we could probably just go ahead and shake this frame, see if we can get some bees for our test. And go ahead, don't see the queen anywhere, shake them. That wasn't a very graceful shake. And I'm going to go on the bottom to get enough bees to actually do a good test. Oh wait, we can get them off of here too. Quick scan for the queen. Don't see her. Oh yeah, we got some brood on this side. Don't see her. So I think I can get enough on this probably to get 300. Oh yeah. Looking here again for the queen. Got plenty of bees. I don't see her. Okay. Get that lid on there. I'm gonna shake them really good. Shake, 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 shake. About a minute or more. Just shake them, swirl them. Just gotta shake, shake, shake. Let them settle a minute. They got the sun out now, so it'll be a little easier to see them, maybe. Oh my gosh, this one's got a lot of mites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we got probably 15 or 20 mites in there. You see them all? There's a bunch. So we're definitely going to treat this colony. Let me go ahead and get the Apivar strips over here and we'll put them in. I went ahead and took the top box off, and as y'all can see, this is quite the strong colony. It can fool you sometimes. If you have a super strong colony, you think, man, they're doing great, and they are. But then if you let those mites get out of control, then it can just crash literally overnight. Now, I am so encouraged by the fact that I'm just not seeing a whole lot of hive beetles in these first 2 colonies that I've gotten into out here. And that's pretty cool, because normally this bee yard is a hive beetle haven. But I think part of the reason for that is because these colonies are pretty strong. They're looking good so far. And I can't remember if I put the peppermints in these before or not. I've got so many different places. Maybe I have put some down here. I'm kind of encouraged by the peppermint experiment. Just putting the peppermint in each corner of the colonies. Ideally, you do it once a week in every level, in every box. But I have not been able to do that at all. I've been fairly consistent, like up in Ozark, whenever I've gotten in them, however often that is. I put them in the boxes that I go in, but I don't always take the whole colony apart. And I've just seen fewer hive beetles this year. So yeah, we definitely got some brood in here in the bottom level. I think we got some nice strong colony here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and treat with Apivar now. If you look right here, you'll see there's a little hole. And in the past, I've used toothpicks. You put them in that hole and you just slip it down between the frames. I've also used this little method here that comes as a part of the strip where you peel it back and you lay it over the top of the frame with good success too. It's probably a little better with the toothpick or the small nail, but I don't have those with me today, so I'm just gonna, let's see, we want to leave at least 2 frames of space in between. Put one right down in here, slide it between the frames. I think it's pretty important to probably use gloves when you're doing this, just to protect your hands from the amitraz, the chemical in these strips. We got 3 frames in between this set, a minimum of 2 frames in between the strips, and so we're good here. Putting peppermint on each corner for hive beetle control. I just put my thumb on a bee and it stung me right through these gloves. Pretty rare to get stung through these nitrile gloves, but every once in a while they'll get me. All right, so we got a peppermint in each corner. I'm gonna put the other box on top here. Okay, now in the top box, there were only a couple of frames that have brood on them. I think they were over in this area somewhere. So I'm just gonna put 1 strip there. I think it'll work okay. Just put it right there. That'll be fine. And we're gonna put the peppermints in there again. Actually put these down, let them fall down between the frames a little bit, because the lid will fit on better if I do that. So, because this one has so many mites in it, I'm just going to go ahead and treat just the various colonies. I just think that's wise to do that. Well, I finished it up and I'm so excited about these bees. All the full-size colonies are looking quite strong. Look at this one right here. Amazing. So just went ahead and treated them all with Apivar and with peppermint for the beetles. I saw very few beetles, which is highly unusual for this particular bee yard. So something we're doing is working, or maybe it's just not as strong as of a beetle year, but hey, I can't complain a bit, man. These bees are killing it so far. And by this time last year, I was having quite a bit of loss and very discouraged. This year, man, so far the colonies I've been through are looking good. So y'all take care, be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.